For America's climate goals, investing in clean energy adds up. But what doesn't add up is an additionality requirement for clean hydrogen. Additionality would put an unnecessary and inequitable burden on domestic clean hydrogen producers and have serious consequences for America. America needs clean hydrogen, but an additionality requirement just doesn't add up. Get the facts at cleanhydrogentoday.org. Paid for by the Fuel Cell and Hydrogen Energy Association.
Hello and welcome to the Corner Flag. Man City might do the treble, but United will always be the team that did it first. This is episode 217. Welcome everybody to the end of the year or the end of the season special of the Corner Flag. Joining me is a full house of Mukesh, Aakarsh and Prashant, and we are also joined today by a very special guest. It's our very own friend of the flag, Sriram Sambasivan. Sriram, say hello to everyone.
Hello.
How's it going? Sriram is joining us from Chicago. So it is Monday morning where he is. He's taken an hour of work. Sriram, this is the dedication that we want to hear and see from our listeners. How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's a nice Monday morning. I'm glad to be here. You guys have been like the most awaited podcast I listen Tuesday mornings while driving to work. So it's finally so nice to be part of this podcast.
That is amazing. Yeah, let's get all the ego boosts out of the way at the start only.
Tell me which route you do it in again. I'll be like,
Tell us how long does it take you to drive from your place to your work? What is the duration of the drive?
Oh man. So it takes me about 55 minutes. So I live very far away. So I start the podcast and along with ads and everything, I almost finish like 3/4 of my journey by the time the podcast is done.
Amazing. So that leads us to understand two things. One thing is that our ads work, so well done Idea Brew Studios. And second thing, to our producer Akhil, who may or may not be listening to this episode, who keeps telling us that, hey, you know what? You need to have your episodes at 20 minutes or 30 minutes duration because people drop off. I'll show you the numbers. Well, here are your numbers. Samba listens to the full episode because that's the journey that he takes every morning to work.
Take
so
that,
in your
okay.
face.
Did your analyst tell you that?
Yeah. But yes, Samba, you also mentioned that you and your wife recently had a baby. So congratulations.
Oh shit, congrats, man.
Thank you.
From
Wonderful.
the entire
Thank you.
Conflict team.
little Samba coming. Nice.
Yeah. She is 3 months old, and I'm trying to protect her from all my cousins who are trying to convert her into an Arsenal/Liverpool fan.
Oh no!
Cover her ears, and I've been like, no, she's gonna have a Manchester United onesie, and that's it. Everything else
cute.
would be discarded and burnt.
That is that's really tragic that you have cousins who are Arsenal/Liverpool fans. I feel like the best thing and the only thing that you can do right now is cut all ties. But I mean, see, the thing is, we don't even have an Arsenal fan on this podcast. Like the most that we could do was get a Liverpool fan in Mukesh, and even him, I don't really like. He's just there because he fills that quota.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was Sriram, I'm going to say something, but it's okay. You gave us money. So I'm like, I think little Samba deserves a United onesie. Oh, my heart breaks as I say it.
I have to say for all our listeners, Samba's here joining us on this end of the season episode because he is a friend of the flag member of our Buymeacoffee tiers. He is our regular monthly contributor, and his contributions help us run this podcast and keep it going week after week. So, from all of us, thank you so much for your unending support. And by unending, I mean इसके बाद बंद मत कर देना. Keep it going. Now that you're on the podcast, that doesn't mean credit card company को बोल दे अच्छा ये charge अभी next month से not needed. Please block it. You won't do that, but I just thought we'd get that disclaimer in.
No, right, I want to be part of the next end of your podcast as well. So
amazing. You will be a permanent fixture, dude. At the rate at which you're going, you'll be an executive producer on this podcast.
Yeah, Akhil, we can get rid of Akhil now.
Yeah, exactly. We don't
Who
need
goes?
him.
Not me. Not
who?
me. Who goes? Not me.
Right. Let's get into it because while the Premier League season is over, we still had the FA Cup final on Saturday. It was the Manchester derby in the FA Cup final. Man City versus Man United. Samba, you're a Man United fan, so I'm going to go to you directly. How was it? What were the emotions like when the final whistle went through and the scoreline was Man City winning the FA Cup 2-1?
Yeah, it was so disappointing, and I was like, there was that one chance by Rafael Varane, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, if that had gone in at the right time, it would have been a draw, or it could have at least shifted the momentum a little for us. But like, oh my god, the lack of striking options, lack of conversion up front is so disheartening.
It's so obvious also.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
But the positive out of it is like, okay, the season is done. We are linked with some good players. I hope we convert on a striker or like our backup striker, and then looking forward for the next season.
Mukesh has something very hilarious to say because he's been trying to suppress his laughter all throughout your answer, Samba. But,
And failing.
I'll go to
No,
Mukesh now.
my
And failing.
favorite part about any of these games, iconic games that United plays, right, is that at some point the cameraman will always cut to Alex Ferguson, and it's incredible how both of your faces look exactly like Alex Ferguson's face, and it's amazing. It feels so good. Oh, it's like I'm avenging some childhood trauma or something. Like all through my childhood, seeing Alex Ferguson so happy, now just watching his sad face, like droopy cheeks, and I can see that both Amog and Samba have now droopy cheeks when they discuss the season. It's good. It's a good feeling. But please continue, please. Continue.
There was a time when they went to Alex Ferguson, I think with 5 minutes remaining or something, and he was sitting with his head like completely bowed, chin to his chest, and I was like, they've killed him. They finally killed him, and then he looked up. I was like, oh, okay, he's got a few more bad finals remaining.
But you know what Mukesh pointed out, the iconic images every time United play a bad game, the cameras going to Sir Alex Ferguson is basically all the broadcasters making a bank of stock footage saying, what if you put a prompt in an AI software saying Alex Ferguson turning in his grave while alive? Then they've created a data bank of videos to fulfill that very specific need when the great man goes, whenever he does. But I thought a lot of people said, and even I honestly believed before the game that United do have a chance to cause an upset, do have a chance to take the game to Man City. And the scoreline 2-1 doesn't really tell the whole story, because while the scoreline would make you think that, oh, it was a hard-fought game, it really wasn't, was it? Like, Aakarsh, did you think that United had any sort of attacking or goal-scoring prowess to actually take the game to Man City?
No, they didn't. But if you'd have asked me before the game also, I'd have said no, they didn't. It wasn't surprising at all. And even the one goal that you got, I mean, I guess we'll discuss it, but you know my thoughts on the one goal that you guys did.
Of course.
I mean, okay, so let's discuss that right now. Samba, was it a penalty or not?
Hands down penalty.
Yeah, there we go. That's the United fan talking. Prashant, was it a penalty or not?
Yeah, man, it was. On paper,
exactly.
yes. Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Mukesh, was that a penalty or not?
Legally, it was a penalty, but it shouldn't have been a penalty.
Correct. Aakarsh, shut up. Don't say anything else. You just need the first half of your sentence. Aakarsh, now say what you have to say.
I'm saying fine. If on paper it's a penalty, then be consistent with it. I can tell you at least
consistency fuck it, dude. Like, it's the last game of the season. It's the FA Cup final now. It's okay. Abhi kya consistency?
No.
Next season we'll think about consistency.
Because in the Premier League there have been so many handball checks which have been handballs but haven't been given, and the VAR has had a very quick look at them, and then the commentators always say, yeah, there was nothing he could have done about that. The ball went to the hand didn't go to the ball. The hand was already there. The ball went to it, and it travelled a very short distance. I have no idea what Jack Grealish was supposed to do with his hand there. I mean, like Samba said, hands down, then it wouldn't have been a penalty. But there was nowhere else his hand was going to be. There was absolutely
Yeah,
nothing
but
he could have done.
the problem is not with the referees. The problem is with the wording of the rules. Then, because by the rule book, I think the referee made the correct call in giving that as a penalty. Like even when that happened, as soon as it happened, I was like, no, yaar, this is very soft. This is very soft. But the minute VAR was in the picture and they started showing the replays, I was like, there's definite contact. His hand is away from his body. ये पक्का penalty मिलने वाला है अपने को. So it's a problem with the way the rules are written. I think they really need to go back to what the handball rule was earlier, give it to the referees to decide if there was any sort of intent to make your body bigger in order to stop the ball, and then give that as a handball.
But
I mean,
I
I
don't
think,
think it's just the wording. I also think it's the execution, because I get it. If that's the law, then you always stick to the law. Here, they're leaving it open to interpretation, which is my biggest problem, is that the rule is not completely followed.
Yeah. Okay. Prash, you were saying something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking on the flip side. Suppose if that wasn't given a penalty, right? You've already seen the footage of the hand touching the ball. What are you going to do then? It's already a problematic situation then. What are you going to do after that?
Yeah, there we go.
It's still
in
flip
the
side.
rule book, it is what it is. Like if it was a penalty against Man United, I'd be really, really pissed off. But it's not. So, I'm happy. And it gave us a fighting chance. But let's talk about Ilkay Gundogan, because he's both his goals. Like, I literally, like, I put on the game and I literally went to make myself a drink, and I hear screaming on the TV. And I come out and my wife is like, dude, they've scored already. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad I made this drink. I'm going to get a top up because I need this to be stronger.
And then you turn the TV off?
No, I didn't. I stayed till the very
damn
end.
it. Okay.
I turned it off just before the City players went up to get their medals and the trophy. Like, and that is the point when I switched the TV off. I even saw the runners-up medals being given. But when City went up, that's when I stopped. But Gundogan, man, like he's not sure if he's going to stay at Man City, if he's going to go to Barcelona, if he's going to go wherever else. But what a resurgence in his career he's having. He's such an underrated player. He goes
Crazy.
well below the radar. It's they need to sign him up.
I don't know if they need to sign. If City needs to sign him up, because I feel like they already have the next 3 replacements to him signed for sure. But I think it's the best time for a player to become a clutch player. Like the last 10, 15 games or so of the season, including the finals or whatever, he's been in insane form. And I remember even last year, when I think Aston Villa were 2-0 up, I think it was his goal that I think, like it was him scoring a goal that really got the comeback on for Man City, which restored their points lead. So I think he's something like maybe it's a Pep management thing where he saves Gundogan for the last couple of games. You need some clutch players, and that's the thing. But which I think what is clear is that some club needs to sign him for sure for a good contract. He's not yet ready to go into a retirement league, including even of France or Italy. Like he's still very competent enough to play in the top 3-4 leagues in the world, and he's still incredibly clutch. Like he's every tense game, he's going to turn up. He's played in so many nervous situations to get the team back up shooting. I think any team will be blessed to have Gundogan right now.
Yeah, I think
if you're talking about,
I think clutch is the bang on word to use, and I'll be very surprised if Manchester City doesn't throw like truckloads of oil at him and makes him stay. Because not only has he been a clutch player, but he's
if they throw truckloads of oil, he's not going to stay. He's going to slip away, surely.
Okay, fine. Take me literally.
Moving on.
But yeah, I think he's not only scored clutch goals, but he's also scored some screamers as the end of the season has approached.
They could throw truckloads of oil at Adama Traore, and he'd just be like, yeah, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I do. That should be the signing that they need to make. Sorry, I'm really cutting into your very serious point because fuck it, my team lost, dude. Now, can you just stop waxing eloquent about how great Man City is? We know.
And now all hopes lie with
Lukaku.
All hopes lie, yeah, exactly. All hopes lie with Lukaku. Like, can he be the guy to come save Man United after not playing for Man United for how many ever years?
One more question on Gundogan. Is he the best German player that the Premier League has seen?
I mean, United have had Bastian Schweinsteiger, so just purely by the name, he's more German than Ilkay Gundogan.
I thought Ballack was a good player for
Michael
Chelsea,
Ballack
right?
was.
Yeah,
But
Michael Ballack.
was he that influential in the Premier League? Not so. He was the best player probably, but
But
I would say
skill level
Ozil.
wise, maybe.
I would
Okay,
say
wait, sorry.
Ozil was
Ozil,
the
I'd
best
say
player.
Ozil is
the
I'd
best.
put in the conversation more than Ballack.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you're going to compare Mesut Ozil to Ilkay Gundogan, the only reason why Gundogan's getting a lot more plaudits is because he's playing in a Man City team. He's a good player, no doubt, but the players around him make him look a lot better. Ozil, on the other hand, was a great player, but the players around him made him look way shittier than he was. So, like in that way, you can probably kind of balance it out. But yes, as Samba said, all hopes lie with Inter Milan now. Man City face Inter Milan in the Champions League final on the 11th of June. While the players were celebrating their FA Cup victory, it was great to see Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish look at the camera and go one more left. And if I'm not mistaken, even Calvin Phillips was there celebrating, saying one more left. And I was like, "Bhaijo, तूने क्या किया? Life में तूने क्या किया? You are more you're closer to Leeds and their relegation than you are to Man City."
Okay,
and
listen. I am another supporter of Calvin Phillips who's not been paid sadly for this. Listen,
Okay, wait.
Listen.
Let me stop you there. Ek minute. Why? On what basis are you a supporter of Calvin Phillips?
84th minute. Okay? I think United are 2-1 down. City has to defend the lead. They bring on Phil fucking Foden, who's considered a generational talent.
Yeah.
Right? That's how great their team is. There's no chance Calvin Phillips makes it. Like, they have to defend, and it's like you have to defend the lead and you're bringing on Zidane or something. Like, why would you do that? That's an insane thing to do. And who does United bring? Weghorst. I'm like, sorry, he's fucking forklifted onto the field. Like, it really, I think Calvin Phillips there's no way he can make it into that team. There's no player like any other team he probably would have been substituted on, but except for this City team. You can't look at the substitution quality difference. But Phil Foden versus Weghorst.
And correct. And that is exactly why there are 115 charges of financial impropriety against Man City, because they end up stockpiling talent. And no matter what happens in the Champions League final, whether City win the treble or they don't, the fact remains that Man United were the first team to do the treble in England and to do it fairly. There's no charges against us, right, Samba?
Yes, fair and square.
Exactly, and that nobody can take that away from us.
In the wise words.
5 years later, somebody pulls out like letters that Roy Keane sent somebody else saying, "I'm going to fuck you up," and there's like some racist language or something. Like, retrospectively cancel ho gaya ye treble.
No. The problem is right now all transactions are slightly digital. Back then, people will file some old check for some man stood in a bank after bank. Maybe they'll find one old ledger that has fake accounts. That's when you know.
Yeah. What was
you're saying? People didn't buy Ruth Van Nistelrooy t-shirts?
There was surely some scam. Why was Wes Brown in the 99 Champions League winning squad? Kuch to scam hai, boss. But yes, it all rests on Lukaku, Inter Milan versus Man City. Very quickly, let's talk about this. What do you think is going to happen? Do we have any sort of differential opinions in this room right now?
I'm going to start praying from today for 5 straight days.
Way ahead of you. मैंने तो मन्नत रखी है गणपति पुरे में.
He's doing both Ganpati, Jesus, like every day. Thursday is going to Shirdi Baba temple. He's going covering the whole thing.
Tomorrow is Tuesday, no? Siddhivinayak journey is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're walking there, no? Bare feet?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be. Oh, God.
Yeah, but I think it's Lukaku or what? Lautaro Martinez, right? The other striker? Yeah. Like, he's also in a good form. So let's see. Like, I think what I saw, the positive that I could take out from this United game was more like we gave them a better fight than Real Madrid did. We didn't sleep over and then have them score 4 goals. This was much better of a performance. We had a couple of good chances. If a good striker, we would have finished it. So I'm thinking at least hey, Martinez is in good form. Probably Inter Milan have a slight chance better than United. So I'm hopeful.
I mean, it would also be great if Inter Milan win the Champions League because, again, Inter Milan are one of those classic Champions League sides. Right?
Yeah.
Which Man City, let's be honest, are not. Especially for people from our generation.
Come on.
They're just not.
You're telling me they don't deserve it?
I know.
You're telling me they don't deserve it?
They do
Really?
deserve it, but
Come
they
on.
shouldn't.
But I think the jokes when they don't win are funnier than the
Yes,
feeling
exactly. It's all about content, guys. Like, imagine if Inter Milan beat Man City in the Champions League final. The content that we'll be able to generate. The fact that Pep still hasn't won a Champions League after Barcelona. Like, it will just be beautiful. And I feel like...
And this is like the Italian resurgence, right? Like you've got
Exactly.
AS Roma went over to the UEFA, the Europa Conference, Inter Milan here. I don't know who's there in the Conference League.
West Ham and
finals.
Fiorentina.
West Ham.
and
Fiorentina.
Fiorentina. So
Italian
Italy,
Italian
yeah.
club.
So isn't it?
Italian team in every European final this season.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And after having an Italian team in every European final this season, the winners of the Italian league were Napoli. Nowhere. So it's like every Italian team has played a massive part, except Juventus, who, well, that's another story altogether.
Yeah. उसका documentary बनेगा podcast नहीं.
उसका documentary बनेगा. Scam 2023. Hansel Mehta बनाएगा.
The best part is they have their own sequels also. They constantly keep doing it. They have their own sequels ready.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking about speaking about Inter Milan, did you guys see that for the last 2 games and even for the Champions League final, Inter Milan have changed their shirt sponsor?
Who's this?
Yeah. Inter Milan and AS Roma for the entire season were sponsored by a cryptocurrency company called Digital Bits.
Oh yeah,
which
I
is
heard
again
about
a fantastic name. Digital Bits just sounds like a dick pic.
For sure. That's such a bad name.
It is
Baby, would you
exactly
like to see my
what
digital bits?
It is exactly the definition of a dick pic. But anyway, so they were sponsored by this crypto NFT exchange called Digital Bits. And they've now switched their shirt sponsorship to Paramount Plus, which has just launched in Italy. And they've done this because Digital Bits ne paisa nahi diya.
Oh, guys, this team were expecting to beat Man City. They're
Exactly. If there ever was the story of an underdog,
it's the Bitcoin. That's the fucking underdog here. Compared to the oil money, who are very happy to destroy the planet, let alone football, for the sake of money making. Really?
You think the City Football Group owners and all will go to like the Inter Milan owners like, ये देख इसे कहते हैं अच्छा पैसा, इसे कहते हैं रोकड़ा. This is real, bro.
It's like, कितना होता है तेरा धंधे में? हाँ, कितना? 1 लाख करोड़. ची. Fucking come here.
All right, on that note, let's take a quick break. On the other side, we will be doing a little bit of a quiz that Aakarsh has created for us. And also with the help of Sriram Sambasivan, we will be revealing our team of the season. See you on the other side. Welcome back to the Corner Flag, everybody. And we begin this second half with Aakarsh's quiz.
That's right. The season's over and it's a great time to revisit some stats. So this game is called Give Me Your Answer, Stat. Because it's all stat questions.
Well done. Okay.
So
I would just like to take a moment and say, Aakarsh, that was a pun. And for all the hate that I get from you, from Mukesh, from everybody who's listening about my puns, fuck you.
But
I just meant
more
like that you have
important,
to be very quick with your answer. What fun are you talking
more
about?
importantly,
I just
it was
need your
funny.
answer quickly.
Yes.
How was that? That was so not funny. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Very Meena was way funnier than giving your
I'll give you
answer.
that.
So
Yeah, I'll
Amog
give you
is
the
starting on
very-
-5. Let me just start off with that. Amog starts on -5.
Can I start with a plus
Anyone
5?
have any other comments?
Can I start with a plus 5?
Nope.
No. No. Don't be so needy, Mukesh. Not a good color.
He's a Liverpool fan. Of course he's needy. Yeah, how can they play so well when we were also playing well? In the one season they don't play well, we play so shit.
Okay, so we have 12 questions. Each question is a stat question, and each question is either worth 20 points, or 10 points, or 5 points, or 3 points. The way it works is I'm going to ask you the question, and then if you want to take a shot without options, you get 20 points. If you get it right. If you get it wrong, you get a yellow card in this game. It means that you don't play that particular question. And the rest get options. If you get the first person to get it right, first attempt, you get 10 points. If you get it wrong, the others still have an option. You get 5 points or 3 points. So the number of options will keep decreasing because they'll keep getting narrowed down. So you can keep waiting till the end and get like only 3 points, but 3 is better than 0. Make sense?
Is that?
okay.
I just have to. Okay.
Complicated.
This is how you know. This is how you know Aakarsh is an Everton fan.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Also,
Stay in the
yeah.
Premier League. Just get enough goals, get enough results, draw against the tough teams, beat the teams
Guys,
that are weaker than you, stay in the fucking Premier League.
Even more.
Simple है. और उसको इतना complicate करते हैं season after season.
I've
Very
understood
complex.
nothing, but I will ask question. You give me answer. That's
Wait,
that's
so
exactly.
I'll explain
Basically,
again.
that's
I will
basically-
ask question.
Oh my God! Please don't start again.
Yeah, please don't
He
start
will
again.
give you minus 10 points.
Okay, so Mukesh is starting on -5 then?
No.
Okay, perfect. Aakarsh, let's just go. Let's just see what happens.
Alright, wait. But there's another. The way you know that I'm an Everton fan is that there's a buzzer to this game. And that buzzer is that you have to name an Everton player. Any Everton player.
Okay.
The more
Okay.
obscure the player, I might choose to give you 3 points. So even if you
okay.
don't know your stats, but you know some random Everton players,
I think that's how I'm going to make the points in this game.
right.
Chal,
So,
let's go.
here we
Let's go. I'm excited. Let's go.
Okay, so first question is that Erling Haaland had the best goals per 90 minutes ratio of 1.17. Who had the second best goals per 90 ratio?
Louis Saha.
Okay, so if you've given the answer, if you're wrong, you don't get a shot at the options.
Yeah.
And also, Louis Saha retired like 10 years ago. This is all this season. It's stats
That's
from
the
this
fucking
season.
buzzer, chuth.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I forgot about the buzzer. My bad. I totally forgot about that bit. Okay, Louis Saha.
क्या लैंड है?
बहुत. Okay, so what is your answer?
I want to say Harry Kane, but I feel like that's a tricky question and it's not Harry Kane. But I'm gonna go with Harry Kane.
Okay, so Harry Kane is not the correct answer. So you're out of the quiz. But I'm going to give you guys the options now. And now there are going to be 4 options. But if one of the options has been guessed and is incorrect, then you only get 3 options, which is the case here. So, our options...
Jordan Pickford, sorry. Just
Okay.
Half the time I'm thinking of, is it
That's the point.
Callum Wilson?
It is Callum Wilson.
Ooh.
Well done, Mukesh.
I think Bog saying it's a trick
nice.
question gave the trick away. Because I was...
Oh, damn it.
So Callum Wilson scored 0.86 goals per 90. Firmino was second with 0.82. Harry Kane was third with 0.79. And Taiwo Awoniyi was fourth with 0.64. So Mukesh gets 20 points, which is good because he started on -5. Second question. Again, Erling Haaland had the best expected goals in the entire season of 28.4. Who had the second best?
Pickford.
Pickford's already been taken. Someone said Pickford.
Oh, he said Pickford.
Yeah.
Oh, so then Richarlison. Whatever.
Yeah, he's-
Fucking
Okay.
fine. I would say Saka.
No, Saka is incorrect. In fact, Saka is not even in the top 4. So, Prashant, sadly, you're out of the question. The options. Does anyone else want to have a go?
I'd like to hear the options.
Wait, Tony Hibbert.
Okay, now that's an obscure Evertonian. I'm going to give you 3 points for that.
Okay, wait, that's really not an
I
obscure
get to
Evertonian.
decide.
He has been
Listen.
Evertonian for the entire fucking life.
Leon minus
Y'all
5
are
among.
going Richarlison and like Luis Saha and all.
Fine.
Hibbert is
Okay,
the best
fine.
we've had so
Chill.
far. Mukesh, what's your guess?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is not the right answer.
No, it's
He was a very close third best, but not second best. So for Amog and Samba, the three options are Callum Wilson with 17. No, I'm not going to tell you. Callum Wilson, Ivan Toney, or Mo Salah.
Ivan Toney?
You can give me a buzzer.
Romelu Lukaku.
Okay, so Ivan Toney is your guess, which is incorrect. Sorry, Samba. He was fourth best overall, but not what we're looking for. Amog, you can get this for 5 points. You're getting 3. You're getting 3 to start off. For 5 points, is it Mo Salah or is it Callum Wilson?
I think it's Mo Salah.
It is Mo Salah. Mo Salah had 21.6. Harry Kane was a very close 21.5.
wow.
And then Ivan Toney had 18.7. And Callum Wilson had 17.5. So that is 5 points for Amog. Third question. Who was the most clinical in front of goal? In other words, who outperformed their expected goals?
What? Okay.
Okay, I want to hear options. So unless anybody
Anyone
wants
wanna have a
to
go?
name an obscure Evertonian.
All right, so the options are Martinelli, Firmino, Kane, or Haaland.
Andre
Sorry, say that
Gomez.
again?
Andre Gomez.
Okay, so Mukesh.
Do I get any 3 points for Andre Gomez?
No, not
Yes,
really.
come being
He's
Okay,
still
okay.
an Evertonian. He's hardly obscure.
Okay. Martinelli.
No, Martinelli is incorrect. Who wants to have a go for 5 points?
Leon Osman.
Leon Osman. I'm going to give you 3 points just because he's actually my favorite Everton player. So Leon Osman gets you 3 points. What's your answer?
Tell me the options again.
So it was Martinelli, which Mukesh said, Firmino, Kane, and Haaland.
Outscored their XG.
Outperformed their XG.
I think, is it Firmino?
No, it's not Firmino. So now we've got only 2 options remaining. Who wants to have a go for 3 points?
Yeah.
The options are Kane and Haaland.
Okay, Duncan Ferguson.
Duncan Ferguson gets Prashant on the board with 3 points.
Thanks.
And your answer is?
I'm saying Kane.
It is Harry Kane. Harry Kane scored 8.5 more goals than his expected goals. So
With
he was very
Tottenham.
clinical.
My God.
With Tottenham, yeah. But it shows that they were making poor chances, but somehow that man keeps putting them away. 3 points for Prashant as we go to the 4th question. Who was the player who was fouled the most this season?
Mikel Arteta.
Mikel Arteta. Okay, so no 3 points, but what's your answer?
Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka is incorrect. He wasn't even in the top 4. Does anyone else want to have a go?
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney? Okay, come on, Sriram.
Was it Mo Salah?
It was not Mo Salah. Again, not a part of the top 4.
I'm on the
Mukesh,
option.
Prashant, do you guys want the options?
One of the options. Yeah.
All right, so our 4 options are Jordan Ayew, Jack Grealish, Bruno Guimaraes, or James Maddison.
So I say the options
For
again.
10 points. Jordan Ayew, Jack Grealish, Bruno Guimaraes, and James Maddison.
Sorry, one more time, just I don't know why I'm getting lost in these players' names. Huh?
Ayew, Grealish, Guimaraes, Maddison.
Okay, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Gylfi Sigurdsson. Okay.
He
What's your
should
answer?
get like minus 20 points for naming a pedophile.
Well, actually, he's been cleared of the charges, so...
I mean, that way even Mason Greenwood has been cleared of the charges, but we all know.
Yeah. Well. Okay, so what's your answer, Mukesh, for 10 points?
Are you?
Jordan Ayew is correct. Well done.
Oh, wow. I was
So,
actually
I was
weirdly-
thinking-
I was thinking. So I actually thought my guess was going to be Wilfried Zaha, but clearly it's not him. It was going to be Wilfried Zaha or Jack Grealish, but and I was like, okay, there has to be some.
I think
trick.
Jack Grealish was last season, probably the most.
Yeah.
fouled.
During his Aston, now he's not
Something
playing.
like that.
only.
Yeah.
Now he's not
Correct.
playing enough to get fouled that often. But I'm surprised.
So
it's not
Jack
Wilfried
Grealish
Zaha.
was the fourth highest this time. So all, just as a reference point, all the options are the top 4 in the category. So here it was Jordan Ayew with he was fouled 90 times. Bruno Guimaraes was fouled 83 times, Maddison 80 times, and Jack Grealish came in 4th this season with 78 times. But you're right, last season he got lots of bruises. Okay, so that's 10 points for Mukesh. 5th question. Who won the most tackles this season? Does anyone
I'm
want
gonna
to have
wait
a
for
go?
Yeah, I want to wait for the options too.
Anyone want to take a shot in the dark?
No
No.
one.
Okay, so then our 4 options are Idrissa Gana Gueye, Everton represent, Moises Caicedo, João Palhinha, or Tyler Adams. Idrissa Gueye, Caicedo, Palhinha, or Tyler Adams.
Dan James. It's Bellinia.
Dan James never played for Everton. But Palhinha is the right answer, so I'm going to give it to you. Just because it's you, Samba, I'm going to give
But-
you 20 points.
But can you cut 3 points, Kodisa?
He's paying us for doing this. I'm going to be nice to
yeah,
him.
dude,
He's
cut
not
his
rich,
points.
like,
I
are you
meant-
a
cut
friend
his
of the
points.
flag?
I
Have you
meant-
put any money into this
I meant,
podcast?
I meant, can you cut 3 points from everybody else?
With that, Samba's on the board and has taken 2nd place with 20 points.
Amazing. Amazing.
All
Amazing.
right, good start for Samba. Question number 6. Who made the most interceptions this season?
I'm going to wait for the
Anyone want to have a
options.
go? All right, so our 4 options are Declan Rice, Moises Caicedo again, Idrissa Gana Gueye again, and Cheek Doucouré.
Umar Niasse.
Umar Niasse is going to give you some points for sure. I'm going to give you 3 points for Umar Niasse. What is your answer?
Is it Caicedo?
No, Caicedo is incorrect.
Leighton Baines. I'm
Leighton Baines. Okay, what's your answer?
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice is correct. Prashant gets 5 points. Declan Rice had 92 interceptions. Caicedo was a close second with 86. And then Gueye and Doucouré both had 56. So it really tells you how good Rice and Caicedo were and how important they are for their teams. Prashant gets 5 points, and we've reached the halfway
What's the
mark
scores?
of the quiz.
Oof. He won't tell
Okay,
us
so
now.
I can tell you the scores now. Amog is on 9 points. Mukesh is on 28 points. Prashant is on 11 points.
Nice.
And Samba is on 20.
Nice.
ये कुछ अजहरुद्दीन सीन वाला
Okay,
नहीं है
so
कि
that's
that
the
he
halfway
ends up winning
points.
it because he gave the money or
Question
something. Okay.
I mean, so far you're in the lead. I am very tempted to give you
No,
negative points for how mean you're being.
No, come on.
For
Chief
every
guest.
for every dumb thing Mookie says, give him minus points.
All right. Question number 7. We're going to stick to the defensive actions now. Who was the man with the most number of blocks this season?
I'm going to wait for options.
You're going to have to take some punts if you want to catch up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Chal,
options.
fuck it. Let's actually nahi. Chal, options.
All right, so
Wait, blocks as in like
defenders who have blocked
Okay,
the most number of shots.
Go for it.
Yeah, so your 4 options are Max Gilman, Ruben Neves, James Tarkowski, and Mohammad Salisu. Gilman,
Steven Pienaar.
Steven Pienaar.
Come on, that's fucking obscure.
Fine. All right, 3 points for Amog. What's your answer?
Max Gilman.
Max Gilman is incorrect. He was second best, but he wasn't the best. Who wants to have a go for 5 points? The remaining options are Ruben Neves,
Tim Howard.
Tarkowski,
Tim Howard.
All right. What's your answer?
Is it Tarkowski?
It is James Tarkowski.
Tarkowski.
You got me.
Mukesh gets
Sean
5 points.
Well done.
And also, please tell me, most of them were after Sean Dash took over.
No, I mean, like, he's been great throughout. He made 99 blocks. Max Gilman was
99.
second, 99 blocks. Max Gilman was second with 70. Ruben Neves had 59 and Salisu had 56. So Tarkowski was
He was
like
basically
far
a
ahead.
second goalkeeper. He was basically a second. I don't think
Yeah.
Pickford had as many. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was the man who made Everton from being terrible at defending set pieces to every set piece he was just there. We were the best defending set pieces, which says something. But anyways, James Tarkowski gives Mukesh 5 points, and we go to question number 8. So Kevin De Bruyne had the most expected assists of 14.1. But who was second best?
Dominic Calvert-Lewin,
Dominic
PCL,
Calvert-Lewin.
and I think it's Haaland.
No, it wasn't Erling Haaland. He's not in the top 4. Anyone else want to have a shot?
I'm waiting for options.
Yeah, options.
Okay, so our 4 options, since Haaland wasn't in the top 4, are Bruno Fernandes, Kieran Trippier, Pascal Gross, and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Phil Jagielka.
Phil Jagielka, I'm going to give Prashant 3 points because I really like Phil Jagielka. What's your answer?
I think it's Trippier.
It is Trippier.
Yes!
It is Trippier
Ooh.
with a fair amount. So Trippier created 11.8 expected assists. Bruno Fernandes was 10.7. Pascal Gross was, Trent Alexander-Arnold was 9.1, and then Pascal Gross was fifth with 8.8. All right, so 10 points for Prashant, and we go to question 9, so we know lots of goalkeepers play every single minute of the game. Who's the outfield player with the most number of minutes this season?
Okay.
Most number of minutes played.
Yeah.
I feel like I was reading the stat because I know last season it was James Ward-Prowse.
Options? Should I go for options?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so our 4 options are Harry Kane, James Tarkowski, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Alex Iwobi. Harry
Samuel
Kane.
Eto'o.
Samuel Eto'o is obscure enough for 3 points. No one remembers that he played for Everton. I barely do. What's your answer?
Is it Harry Kane?
Say the
It's
options
not
again.
Harry Kane, no.
Fuck me.
Harry
just
Kane.
not.
See, I know
So it
United
was Harry
really
Kane?
wants. I know
Harry
United
Kane was
definitely wants
third
Kane.
best. James Tarkowski, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Alex Iwobi are the remaining options for 5 points.
Okay, I'm gonna go. on.
James Rodriguez.
James Rodriguez is obscure enough to win Samba 3 points. What's your answer?
What was the last name you said?
So it's Tarkowski, Gabriel, and Alex Iwobi.
Iwobi?
Iwobi is incorrect. I'm sorry, Samba.
Ooh.
For 3 points.
Fucking Asmir Begovic.
Asmir Begovic. Okay, he was just in the news, so I'm not going to give you 3 points.
That's
But
okay.
what's your answer?
I'm noting Tarkowski, I'm guessing. Cause
Yeah, it is James Tarkowski. And I felt like when we were discussing second goalkeeper, it was a bit of a spoiler because he is actually the only outfield player this season to play every single minute of Premier League football,
I
which
remember.
is 3,420 minutes. Only 3 goalkeepers have done that. I think it was David De Gea. I can't remember the other 2. Ian Meslier, I think, was one. But I don't know. But he's the only outfield player to have played every single game.
Just tell me one thing. Was James Ward-Prowse anywhere in near this statistic?
Not in the top 5.
Hint.
Fuck you, Mukesh.
I mean, remove the keepers. Because hint, he's a substitute in my team of the season. Hint. That's not a hint. That's just a statement.
All right, this game's gone long, so we're going to cut it off at 10 questions. So this is the last question, guys. The last question is that Erling Haaland scored the most goals, most expected goals, blah, blah, blah. He also had the most number of big chances missed, which I think I brought up at some point in the podcast. But the question is, who had the second most big chances missed?
David Unsworth.
I'm going to give you 3 points for David Unsworth. What's your answer?
Bruno Fernandes.
No, it is not Bruno Fernandes, and that means you're not going to win this quiz. Anyone else want to take a shot before I tell you the options?
No. I want to hear the options.
Yeah, I want to look through the options.
All right. So our 4 options, because Bruno Fernandes wasn't in the top 4 at all. Our 4 options are Marcus Rashford, Nunez, Salah, and Watkins. Rashford, Nunez, Salah, Watkins.
Okay, Gary Lineker.
Dele Alli.
Gary Lineker, I'm going to give it to Samba. Dele Alli. All right.
Is it Nunez?
It's not Nunez. I'm so sorry. All right. So then it comes to you, Prashant.
Who are the 2 players left?
We still have 3
Three,
players
3
left.
Sorry, 3. Rashford?
We have
Who are the
Rashford,
3?
Salah, and Watkins. And Prashant, I'm going to come to you for 5 points.
I'm saying it's Watkins.
It is not Watkins.
Salah Rashford. Who's okay? I need an obscure. First, I need an obscure Everton player to see. Oh, who do I remember?
You can't take too long, huh?
Everton.
The name of the question is give me your answer. Stat.
Theo Walcott.
Theo Walcott. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. No 3 points.
Damn it. That was my big bet. Mohamed Salah.
No, you're wrong. You're all wrong. It was Marcus Rashford. So Nunez, Salah, and Watkins all missed 20 big chances each, but Rashford came in second worst with 22 big chances missed.
Oh wow! Really,
Wow.
Salah
This is his
and
best ever season.
I know, and that's his best season as well. Jeez.
No, but it still shows that okay, the United finished 3rd, but Salah and Nunez being there really tells you why Liverpool were 5th and nowhere close throughout the season.
Okay, what are the final scores, Aakarsh?
Just give me a second.
Just to pull out the calculator.
All right, so our final scores are Amog finishes last with 18 points. You only got 5 points for the correct question, which you started with -5. So actually the only points you got were for obscure Evertonians. That says lots
That's what I
about
said.
what our podcast is doing.
Yeah.
Second best is second best only in scores, but here the best person is Samba with 23 points.
Yeah.
He's the only one. Oh, Mukesh
Well
also
done,
got
well
a
done,
20
well done.
pointer right, but the two of y'all are the only people who got a 20-pointer right. Prashant comes in second with 24 points, which means Mukesh, in spite of their -5 that he
Yes.
started with a 12-point lead, wins the game with 36 points.
I watched
Amazing.
That's excellent.
Killing
I
it.
wore blue and I felt lucky today. You see,
So are you switching over to the blue side or mercy side?
oh my
Is
god,
that what's happening?
yeah. I love my life too much.
Awesome,
And that's
awesome.
the
Lovely,
end of our
lovely
game.
game.
Well
Lovely
done.
game, Aakarsh.
Well
Lovely
done.
game. Very well done. And with that, we move on to our final segment of this episode, which is the selection of our team of the season. Now, we did this last season as well, and this is how we're going to do it again. We have Samba to help us with this. We have decided on a formation beforehand, which is 4-3-3. We all decided that this was the formation that gave us the most amount of leeway to experiment with our squads and involve everybody that we think did really well this season. What we'll do is we will all nominate our choices for each position, and it will be Samba who will have the final call. So he will decide from our 4 options and decide the final call. All right, 4-3-3 is the formation. We'll start off with the goalkeeper. Prashant, who is your nomination for goalkeeper?
Nick Pope.
Nick Pope, good shout. Aakarsh?
I have Jordan Pickford because that man single-handedly kept my team up.
Of course.
So Jordan Pickford.
Jordan Pickford.
Fair.
Awesome. Good shout again. Mukesh?
I have Alisson because I think Liverpool had the most expected goals to concede, but then the difference between actual goals conceded and expected goals to concede was singularly the best player for the Liverpool also. So that's why Alisson.
Okay. I'm
I'm
going for...
David is a David here. I dare
Come on,
you.
fuck off.
I
Please
was
don't.
going to go
Please
for
don't.
David. I am going to go for David Raya, not De Gea. David Raya,
Okay.
Brentford. I think that he is a fantastic goalkeeper. He's made some great saves this season. He has been instrumental in getting Brentford to the position that they're in. And they are going to be a Premier League fixture, I feel, with the way that that team is run. And I think David Raya is a big part of it, which is why I feel like he'll move to Man United next season. So our options are Nick Pope, Jordan Pickford, Alisson, and David Raya. Samba, who is your goalkeeper of the season?
I'm going to go with Aakarsh on this one. It's going to be Pickford for saving Everton's ass and keeping them in the Premier League.
Thank you very much.
And keeping Aakarsh in the podcast, more importantly.
Amazing.
Yeah, I guess.
Amazing. All right. We go on to right back now. Right back choices. Prashant.
Man, I've got Trippier and I've also got one more, but I'm going to stick with Trippier.
Okay. Trippier. Aakarsh.
I also had Trippier because he's been amazing, but
Fucking
I think
fantastic dude.
Yeah, but since Trippier has already been given, I'm going to give a shout out to Trent Alexander-Arnold because I think he's picked himself up not too badly this season.
But he barely played right back, let's be honest.
Or you could say he
That's
got right back on it.
yeah. Mukesh.
I went a little different with this one. I went with Trippier. I mean, I think he had such a good season that to me it was like a no-brainer
Yeah.
that it was Trippier.
Yeah. I feel like because there's so much overwhelming support for Trippier and rightly so, I think he's going to be Samba's choice. But I am still going to make a little bit of a left field shout in Aaron Wan-Bissaka because he has been absolutely phenomenal this season. Best one-on-one defender in the league by far, has found an attacking side to his game as well. Fuck off, Mukesh.
Samba's going to take Bissaka. Samba's definitely going to take Bissaka for sure.
Your options are Kieran Trippier, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
He's sold after that conviction.
No, I'm going to go with Trippier. I think he was
Trippier, yeah.
I think he was responsible for like getting Newcastle to top 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So now we go on to our 2 centre halves. Let's start off with the first centre half, Prashant.
I've got William Saliba.
Ooh, very good shout. William Saliba is a very good shout. Aakarsh.
I'm going to say Lewis Dunk because I had William Saliba as well. But Lewis Dunk was very important
Lewis
for
Dunk.
Brighton.
Okay.
I'm not going to
Mukesh?
change what I had. I had William Saliba as well.
Very good. William Saliba has 2 votes. I'm going to go for Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yeah.
So Samba, your options are William Saliba, Lewis Dunk, and Gabriel Magalhaes.
I'm going to go with Gabriel Magalhaes.
Gabriel Magalhaes gets it in.
Yeah.
How many points do I get for that, Aakarsh?
I mean, if anyone's getting points, it's Samba for picking Pickford, man.
That's true. It's okay. Enough now, Aakarsh.
He's
Enough.
the
This is
friend
getting a
of the
little desperate
flag.
now.
We don't have to become friend with the Samba now. Like,
Okay.
That's a new podcast.
Second center half now. Prashant, who's your second center half?
Zinchenko.
Ooh, you're playing him center half. Nice.
Come on.
Aakarsh.
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to Tarkovsky. I mean, played every single minute. I showed with my stats that he had lots of blocks. James Tarkovsky.
okay, so I'm glad you said
Okay,
Tarkovsky because
Tarkovsky.
he's the one other position I was confused. But I'll go with John Stones, but John Stones being a sort of a floater.
Yes.
But yeah, John Stones.
Good shout.
But didn't John Stones play midfield this season?
Midfield, he did.
But he did.
By trade, he's a
No,
center half, so I guess.
He's a centre half who played midfield, much like Trent is a right back who floats midfield. So yeah.
Okay, so that's John Stones. I'm going to shout out Lisandro Martinez because I think he's been fantastic in the United defense. Don't make that face, dude. He was injured for the last few games, but while he played, he was a fixture in the team.
Yeah.
Anyway, so your options are John Stones, Lisandro Martinez, James Tarkovsky, and who was your center half?
Zinchenko.
Prashant?
Zinchenko, yeah.
I'm really disappointed that you guys didn't pick Harry Maguire. So I'm gonna go.
You can overrule us.
He's the manager.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Tarkowski on this one.
Tarkovsky makes it in. All right, now we go to left back. Prashant, who's your left back of choice?
I mean, I know he doesn't play left back, but I'm still going to place him there. It's Ruben Diaz. I mean, because
You played a left back at centre back and a centre back at left back.
I know.
What
I
is
know.
this Pep
My
Giri?
team. You know.
Giri.
Okay, that's a left field choice, very literally put. But all right, there we go. Ruben Diaz, Aakarsh.
I have two, so why don't you, someone else go?
Okay, fine. Mukesh,
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw. So sweet of you. Aakarsh.
How has no one said Estupinian yet? Like
I was going to say Estupinian.
Yeah, because I had Zinchenko as my backup option because I thought everyone will be saying Estupinian.
Yeah. So even I'm going to go for Estupinian. So you have Estupinian, you have Luke Shaw, and you have
Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz.
I'm gonna go with Mukesh on this one. I want to stick with my buddy Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, it is. Luke Shaw makes it into the back four as left back. All right, we move over to midfield now. We have three midfielders to pick from. Let's start with you, Prashant.
Oh, Gundogan.
Ilkay Gundogan, great shout. Mukesh.
Come on. Have to.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, also a great shout.
Also mine, yeah.
And Aakarsh.
I've put in the defensive midfield role John Stones because I think he's been great and has helped City a lot. So John Stones.
All right, John Stones. I'm going to go with Casemiro. Samba, John Stones, Casemiro, Ilkay Gundogan, and who was the fourth one?
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
Gundogan.
Gundogan, it is. All right, Gundogan is one of the three. Let's go with our second midfielders, Prashant.
I've got Joe Linton.
Joe Linton in the middle of the park. Sweet. Mukesh.
I'm going to squeeze Deck Rice in again.
Okay. Good shout for Deck Rice again. Deck Rice in again. Aakarsh.
I've gone all differentials, so mine is Alexis McAllister.
McAllister is a fantastic
He's
shout.
also on my list.
And also a Liverpool player, soon to be announced, just been announced.
Shut up. Stop with your propaganda. Almost. Pretty much here we go.
Here we go has happened.
Here we go has happened. My shout is Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, that was my other one.
So your options are Bruno Guimaraes, Alexis McAllister, and Declan Rice, and Joe Linton.
Joe Linton.
Of the lot, I would go with Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
With the hard sell.
Okay, third midfielder. Prashant.
I've got Odegaard.
Martin Odegaard, lovely
Nice.
shout. Mukesh.
Ooh. Because I had this in my original thing as well, where he's a floater, I would go for John Stones now.
John Stones. All right. Aakarsh.
I mean, he was very low on my list because I thought he'd get lots of shout-outs. But Kevin De Bruyne, man.
No, I don't think De Bruyne has had a great enough season to make team of the season. My choice, my shout is Moises Caicedo for this spot. So your options are Kevin De Bruyne, Moises Caicedo, John Stones, and Prashant, your thing was, sorry?
Odegaard.
You just don't remember any of Prashant's picks.
No, I don't remember the last
Because
one.
they're always just like so off.
Caicedo.
Caicedo it is. Then that means we now go to the forwards. We have 3 forwards to pick from. We can make this a little bit easier because you have one striking option and 2 wingers. So you can't have like 3 Harry Kanes in one shot. So let's try and streamline this a bit. Let's start off with the left wing. So Prashant, let's start off with yours. Left wing is...
So I don't have a left wing. I've actually put 2 right wingers.
That's okay. That's fine.
So
interchangeable.
I've basically got Almiron.
Miguel Almiron. That is a very, very differential shout. Mukesh.
I had him on my right as well.
I just went for an all-striking team. I didn't think of left wing, right wing. Okay, give me a second. You go first. I'll come back to this.
Okay, fine. Aakarsh.
I also have 2. I'm not sure which one to pick, but I'm gonna go with Gabriel Martinelli.
Martinelli is your shout. My shout is Jack Grealish on the left.
Oh yeah, because that's who I was confused between.
All right, so your options are Martinelli, Jack Grealish.
Mukesh.
You know what? Maybe Rashford. Put Rashford on the left.
Wow, what a pity inclusion.
As an afterthought.
Rashford chance for Rashford.
All right, so you have Rashford, you have Grealish, you have Martinelli, and you have Prashant. Who is it?
Almiron.
Almiron.
I'm going to go with Martinelli.
Martinelli on the left.
Well done.
Right, I'm sure Jack Grealish is going to be very, very offended at that. Let's go with right wing. Who is the BJP of this team?
Salah
Right.
for me, the Muslim Mohamed Salah.
Wow.
See, this is a lot of the monthly contributions that you make, Samba, are going to go towards lawyer fees, basically.
Yeah.
So you know.
Just first year law student. You can't even afford the other guy.
Okay, so Mo Salah is Mukesh's option. Prashant?
I've got Saka.
Bukayo Saka on the right is Prashant's option. Aakarsh?
I've got Riyad Mahrez because he popped up at some important time.
Riyad, all right,
Yeah,
Riyad
good call.
Mahrez is a great shout.
Gujarati.
I've got Rashford on the right wing. So you have Rashford, you have Mahrez, you have Mo Salah, and Prashant, who was yours again?
Saka.
Saka.
It's a tough one. But I want to go with Saka.
Saka, it is.
Saka over
Saka
Rashford.
Saka makes it to the right wing of this team of the season. And now the final one, which is the striking option.
Come on.
I don't even know
think-
if you're going to be.
Come on. Everyone knows this.
My
right?
shout
Come
is
on.
No.
My shout is Julio Enciso.
Come on.
Okay.
Mine is actually Harry Kane over Haaland.
Okay. Harry Kane is Mukesh's
Over
option.
Haaland for sure. Yeah.
Prashant.
Come on. Haaland, dude.
Erling Haaland.
Come on.
Aakarsh.
I'm gonna throw Ivan Toney in the mix.
Ivan Toney
Yeah,
has been thrown
Callum
in the
Wilson,
mix.
Ivan Toney. Yeah.
It's Haaland for me as well. Samba, I think this is going to be a very easy
Yeah.
decision for you to make.
Yeah.
It's Kane. It's Harry
Yes. I want to stick with Mr. Gassy Erling Haaland.
It's Haaland who
Yeah.
makes it to the striking option in our team of the season. That is our team of the season. Jordan Pickford in goal, Kieran Trippier, Gabriel, James Tarkowski, and Luke Shaw in defense. Ilkay Gundogan, Declan Rice, and Moises Caicedo in midfield. And attacking is Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, and Erling Haaland. Fantastic, very strong team. But it's not complete without a manager. Guys, we now need to
we know.
announce our manager candidates for the season. Prashant.
Big Sam.
Big Sam Allardyce is Prashant's shout. Mukesh.
Desabi.
Deserby is a very, very good shout. Aakarsh.
So I'd written Deserby and Deitch, but I'm actually going to go with Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe is
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe is fantastic. I'm going to make the safe choice and go with Pep Guardiola because whatever you said, especially with the way Man City started, for them to come back and win the league, take it right out of Arsenal's hands, fantastic. To win the FA Cup, again, fantastic. On the way to a treble, can't get any better than this. And no matter how well anybody else has done, shout out to Gary O'Neill, shout out to Eddie Howe, I feel like Guardiola has to take it. So your options are...
Poor Mikel Arteta, we didn't even name him.
Nobody remembers second place. Solskjaer भी second place में आया था यार, तो क्या बात कर रहा है, उसमें क्या है? तो you have Pep Guardiola, you have Big Sam Allardyce, weirdly enough, you have Eddie Howe, and you have Roberto De Zerbi.
Hey man, Big Sam is a big.
I want to go with De Zerbi.
De Zerbi.
Yeah, because I just loved how Brighton played this season.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Likewise,
Crazy.
I think that is absolutely true. Right. With that, it is time to end this episode of the Conflag. It has been an absolute pleasure to be here to do this show. It has been great to have you on, Samba. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys, for having me here. Looking forward for the next year again.
Absolutely. We are going to do this every year. This is going to be fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us throughout this entire Premier League season. We don't know what we're going to do off season, but I'm sure we'll pop up with something or the other. So keep your ears tuned in for that. With that, it is time to end. So if you want to reach us and tell us what you thought of this episode, you can reach us on our social media. You can find Prashant on Instagram at
Prash224.
You can find Mukesh on Instagram at
Mukesh Manjunath.
You can find Aakarsh on Instagram at
Aakarsh Chandan.
You can find Sriram Sambasivan on Instagram at
Areo Samba.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Amogran Dive.
That's because his name is Sriram.
This is like a full face-off moment happening here. You can also follow the Corner Flag on Instagram and Twitter at the @CornerFlagPod. Do visit our website, thecornerflag.in. Do support us like Sriram Sambasivan by going to buymeacoffee.com/thecornerflag. There are 3 tiers of membership and they all have their unique perks attached to them. Samba is also getting a welcome kit from us, so that's going to be fantastic as well. Shout out to Kaizad Garda for composing our theme tune, and until next week, it is goodbye from us. So say bye Prashant.
Bye guys.
Say bye Mukesh.
Bye, guys.
Say bye Aakarsh.
Bye.
Say bye Samba.
Bye-bye.
And it's bye from me.